Thanks, Jordan. Unexpected week off. How does that impact you as a player in terms of your preparation?
In some cases, it's good because we have a lot of guys out now, so we have more time to get more guys in back, extra week. Definitely give us more time to focus on in a week for this game coming up against Birmingham. I think it was just a chance to give us an extra 1 or 2 days just to get prepared. I don't think it really changed anything much because we're still focused. We still came in on Sunday and trained anyway, so I think we just keep it rolling.
Speaking of preparing for Birmingham, they have a lot of really talented attacking players. As a defender, how do you prepare to kind of match up against guys like Ronaldo Damas or Enzo or some of those other guys?
Well, the first step is to start with video, to see their tendencies, see their combination play, see the runs that they make, and then it's communication between our defense, Farrell, Manu, and Seba, the back line. It's just to talk it out. I think we could absorb the runs that they make, especially if we take care of the ball good in our defensive half, so it doesn't cause transitions. Also, it's just about winning your battle. Sometimes we're going to be 1v1. We're going to have to step up and win those battles, and our team are counting on us to win those battles.
Looking at that game, a little warmer weather in the forecast. How much does that impact you as a player versus some of the colder weather?
Yeah, finally. Just a little sun changed the mood for sure. I think we've been waiting for that for a while now, but I think just being out in the sun, having the fans at home game, I know the stadium is going to be packed, it's going to be rocking. They're expecting a lot from us, as we're expecting a lot from ourselves as well. I just think that changes the vibe, and the sun just gives us an extra boost just to run some more,
Yeah, you mentioned trying to get the boost, change the vibe. Obviously, it's been a tough start to the season. As the captain, how do you take that leadership role to kind of pull the group together and pursue those better results?
The mentality is just that we just need one to get started. We're not really focusing on any games past Saturday. We're just focused on Saturday. We just got to get it right. We need a strong performance from every single person, even the guys on the bench that don't even play. They see stuff that we don't see, so we need them to be locked in and participating. At the end of the day, the games that we have lost so far, we have not been blown out. It's just been by some small, minute mental lapse at the end of the games that cost us the game. So if we could take care of those and clean up our defensive set pieces, I think we have a great chance of walking away with a W.
So an unexpected week off last weekend. How does that impact the team with an extra week like that?
Yeah, I don't know that it was a positive because it didn't impact our availability, but it certainly wasn't a negative. It helps to be able to reset and get extra training sessions in, which we did, and focus on areas that we know we need to clean up.
You mentioned not impacting availability, so guys like Marlon, Michi, who were carrying injuries, you expect them to continue to be unavailable?
Michi's close, but Marlon's not.
And the other guy with an injury obviously has been Samuel Cariaga. He went down to Loudon. He was on the bench. Where do you see him in his progression?
I hope to see him from the start in this game.
And what are you looking for him to bring into this team when he is available and able to play?
Quality in the final third. That's what we've lacked. We've lacked transition quality and quality in the final third on the attacking side in particular, and I think he's very good at both of those things. We do have to be patient with him and give him a few weeks to get fully match fit, but at least to see him on the field now is a huge boost to the mood.
In the final third, it kind of went from one problem to another a couple of weeks ago. No shots at home, or 2 shots at home in the El Paso game, and then lots of opportunities, but a lack of clinical touch in the Cup game.
Yep.
Where do you see this team kind of trending in terms of chances versus not converting?
Somewhere in the middle. Some of those chances we missed in Portland, Portland must have won the lottery the next day because they're tap-ins, from 7-8 yards away. Not chances that we normally miss, so I come away with a game like that, or from a game like that, with less concern because we're in the right spots at the right times and we're generating 20 shots away from home. And we generated, I think we counted 17 chances from inside 14 yards. So there aren't many days you're going to walk away with 1 goal late in overtime when that happens.
What are some of the signs you're looking for on Saturday to indicate that things are maybe trending in a more positive direction?
Saturday's just going to be about fight. Missing, potentially 4 key starters is not going to help us. It's just not. I'd be lying if I said it did. But it presents a huge opportunity for the next guy to step up and take responsibility, and we're going to have a lot of young guys on the field, but most of them have proven they're right about at the level at this point, and now we're looking for which ones are going to take the next step and grab hold of these opportunities.
Are there any players in particular that you're really looking for to make that key contribution given an opportunity?
No, I think it's a collective. I think we have 5 guys off the top of my head under the age of 23 that are kind of in that rookie mold, or at least new to this league, that are still adjusting, and that's normal. You know, we saw it with Mo last year. It took him 4 or 5 months to really click into high gear, and I just hope 2 or 3 of those 4 or 5 guys can do the same thing, and then we're in great shape by summer.
Looking at Birmingham, they parted ways with their manager about a week ago. Then they got a win on Sunday. What's it like facing a team that is in that transition where they've made that big step and are kind of searching for what's next?
Yeah, I think he had been there a long time and done a great job. I'll say that first. You know, they were a playoff team every year. They're obviously one of the bigger clubs in the league in terms of the type of players they chase and are able to bring in. So I think what you get anytime at any level with a new manager is a jolt of energy, the raise in concentration for a couple weeks, and then it kind of levels out. But unfortunately for us, we're right in the middle of that kind of raise and or heightened concentration level and energy level.
You mentioned some of their players, obviously Ronaldo Damas, Danny Trejo. They have some other guys who are performed at a really high level in this league. How do you look to kind of contain those, particularly those attacking players?
Oh, you can include Enzo Martinez and Tyler Pasher in there as well, and Tabor Ataka off the bench isn't a bad option. He'd start in most cities. So they're extremely deep. They're extremely talented across that front 5. But we're hunting goals right now. You know, we talked about how we want to try to contain their front 5 or front 4. And, you know, our focus is more on how can we break them down? How can we generate another 15-shot performance, another 20-shot performance? And we're always focused on the IDP stuff, on the, you know, the finishing for our attacking players. And you have to kind of just do all the things that you know to do as a manager and as a staff until somebody clicks into high gear.
Looking at much better weather on Saturday as well, in the 70s as opposed to some of the games so far, which have been 40 or below. Last year, the team started to click in the summer when the weather was better. Do you think there's anything to that, or is it just a matter of time?
Potentially. I mean, I still look back at the El Paso game. The conditions weren't great, but they're a warm weather team too. So, you know, I think that was just a matter of neither team really had any chances in the game, and they scored off the second phase of 2 set piece, or 1 second phase and 1 first phase set piece.